Welcome to the Trading Lounge and the Indices report. We created a link on our website called CFD Forum, which takes us to a CFD forum, and look, it's free. It's a separate website that I created, so we can just communicate through that. And one of the questions that I have is that if anybody out there is doing any GAN work, do they have any turning points coming up for March? And if so, can you put that in the forum? You'll need to just register for the forum. Anyway, that's all good. There's a few points today. We've got the RBA monetary policy statement coming out at 11:30 a.m. So just be mindful of that if you're day trading the SPY. Secondly, the other thing that could come out of left field is the SNB, the Swiss bank's currency reserves at 7 p.m. and the non-farm payrolls in the US tonight. I think they should be rather steady though, looking at the ADP figures that we had on Wednesday, but sure, they'll create a spike and you need to be set up and ready for that. Okay, starting with the Australian market here and just looking at a progressive count to the upside here. There is an alternative count there, as you can see, the ABC pattern here. And the ABC pattern would still be the A wave to here, the B wave to here, and the C wave where that where this third wave here completes itself, because we'd be looking for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and completing here at a medium level 6500 here up near the old highs up here. And but look, as it stands, we'll just we'll keep an eye on both counts, and the correction from wave 3 to wave 4 here will be the real telltale sign of what we can expect, either this being the top of the C wave here, and we move down from that point, or we just got a fourth wave and we got a fifth wave here. But I've tried to line this up with global currencies as well, so global indices, the S&P 500 and so forth. So look, in a nutshell, it's all pretty simple at the moment though. We're just looking at 5 waves up here off the 5,000 support here. So it was resistance, now it's support, classic trading levels pattern here. And this is also a little bit, it's quite a nice overshoot pattern, because there's only 2 patterns that I see that happens at levels, and they're both here, so I might as well just talk about them for a second. So the most common one is the classic trading levels pattern, where you have a level here, we have the arrival, the reaction, and then we find it as support. So normally we would trade it to the level, get out, wait for it to get support, and then trade along again. Of course, this is a massive pattern here, so we wouldn't do it like that, but would certainly trade to here, get out, and look at different degrees of structure to trade within here. So that's the classic trading levels pattern. And the other pattern that's quite common is the overshoot pattern, where it never stopped at the level here, it just kept on going, but the distance above is the distance below. It will swing. It was only 100 points out in the swing here, and then what it does, it just draws in across, like a sound petering out into a particular 0 point, in this case a price point of 5,000 here. So look, it's going to be sort of interesting to see if we've actually got a big bullish market heading up here to 8,000, or we've just got, this is still the large correction as a massive A wave here, massive B wave here, as an A and a B and a C, and then a C wave down here, and then up. Both are valid. I always find that it's best to not get too involved in being an analyst and trying to find the direction as such. It's more important to trade what we see, and what we're seeing at the moment is that we've got support on 5,000, and we're seeing moves to the upside that have got 5 waves, and 5 waves gives us direction, and 3 waves are counter trend. So we're using the levels to be on the right side of the market, and we're using Elliott wave as pattern recognition to help us with the direction of things. And of course, money management is the other 50% of the equation. So looking up from wave 4 here, we're just going to drill right in now. So wave 4, we're looking for wave 5 up through to here. We're looking at 5 waves within that, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5. We've been working through all of this here, so let's just drill in there a bit further. So the 1, the 2, and the third wave up here, normally the 162 extension of wave 1 is normally quite a good target, but also too with third waves, they can extend out and we can have instead of 162, we have 200 here. So it's 200 from this point here. So, well, let's just look at that for a moment, shall we? So we would look at, wrong way here, Pete. That's all good. I'm not very good with these sorts of things. I normally just look at them. But so this is the 162 here. But that, what we normally do then is we grab that there and put it on top of wave 2 here, or below wave 2 here, and that gives us our 162 here. I don't know if I've got 200 in here, but well, it's not up here, but we bring this back down for 200 here. We're in around here. The 62 will be quite important here. I guess what I'm saying is the third wave here can extend here, and we're going to look at that in a moment, but as it stands, we're looking for the top of wave 3. Okay, so in the top of wave 3, the next degree down, and well, not next degree, but 8 hours here. So we've got wave 1, the A, the B, and the C for wave 2, and we've been working 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 here, but I can see that the extension's in wave 5 here, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. And as I mentioned yesterday, well, I mean, we're in degrees of third waves here, so it's quite possible that we've got this third wave up here. This is wave 1 here. Sorry, wave 2 here. So, and that's further up here with wave 5 up here. I've taken a conservative view of it by labeling this little one down here as 1 and 2 here. But I think we'd need to be quite mindful that we're getting the extension in wave 3 here. So this to me is from wave 2 low here. This strong piece in the middle here is actually the center of this whole third wave here. So we just need to be careful about that. But as I said, we'll trade what we see. As it stands at the moment, we'll just this will be a top of 1 degree or another up here when we nail it down. Okay, so at the moment, we'll keep it as wave 3, 4, and 5 of 3 here. And then we're looking for 5 waves here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking for smaller 5 waves up through to here into the 5, 9. So just keeping an eye on this wave 4 here. So that wave 4 is here, and we're looking for 5 waves up through to here. So we're looking at basically the 1, the 2, 3, 4, and 5, something like that. To that point, it comes in around the 5, 9 area through here. So we can drill into that again with that wave 4 there as a reference point, and we're looking at wave 1, wave 2, and we're looking for wave 3 up here with 5 waves in it. So 1, 2, third wave still coming into play here, so we've still got further to go up here. So just drilling in and keeping an eye on this reference point here now, number 2, which is this one here, and we're looking at 1 here, 2 here, and then we're looking at from wave 2 here, we're looking at wave 3 up here, and we're looking at 1, 2, 3 with 5 waves in here for wave 3, wave 4, pulling back to the wave 4, 1 lesser degree. This could get a bit more complicated here as a wave 4. Wave 4s do that, especially when wave 2 is simple. And then, but anyway, should stay above the 583 there and top of group 1. And then we're moving up to wave 5 of 3 at the midpoint here, 5, second strongest number, classic trading levels pattern, the arrival, the reaction, the first high above the level, then this correction here that of wave 4 that can pull back to wave 4 of 1 lesser degree here, and then we're looking up at so might as well just draw this out here, all going, this could get to here, I'll go conservative first, so up to here, and then wave 4 pulling back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degrees into here, wave 5 up into 5872 area, group 2 here, and then wave 4 coming back. Now this wave 4 can also come back here as well. I don't think so because we're in a third wave price action, but let's just take it from that point, and then this will take us up to 5.9 at this point here. So that's what we're looking at here, and that's that. Yeah, so obviously the banks and the material sector are running together, so that makes for a strong ASX 200, and that's the time to trade these sorts of markets, unless you've got a really good scalping course or method to trade indices, then I normally find you'll get 2 good trades a week out of indices, and that means that 2 good trades are 2 things that you recognize that you've made money out of before. If you keep poking this market with, getting in here and getting out here, you're just going to lose your money. So I always found that the indices that just keep them on the side. If there's something that you recognize, then trade them, but don't be in them all the time. Pick and choose your battles. Okay, the S&P 500. So we're still working with this triangle pattern on trading level 2000 here. We're reasonably confident that we'll be pushing up in this market, and that's based off the other global indices moving up higher as well. But I've seen this pattern before here at a major level at 13,000, and it sucked me in then as being a triangle. So I'm a little bit mindful of all of this. Anyway, we'll just work through it. But this little move up through here, we were looking for the top of wave 1, and yes, we could probably call it wave 1 in here somewhere, but looking at the cash market, it fits better if we call all of this up here for wave 1 and still looking for ABC for wave 2. Now, it may not come back this far. That's the 61.8 retracement level. The 2020 is a probable point here, but we'll just sort of work through on that basis. But what we're looking for essentially is up for 1, back for 2, 3, 4, and 5, moving up. So, as I mentioned, on the cash market, I've kind of duplicated this count because we had wave 1 sitting over here somewhere, and that's possible. But I'd just like to take the conservative view to accommodate any larger correction. So on the cash market, the physical market, it counts better with this as being 1 and 2 here and 5 waves in here of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even that looks like a dog's breakfast in there, but that as a count, but that's how it's best fitting on the physical market. So wave 4 coming back, which is a bit dodgy as well, but it came back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. It's just the fact that it's sharp and very clean for a wave 4, so that bugged me a little bit. So we're looking at wave 5 moving up through to here, which is nearly complete, and then we'll see an A and a B and a C, and it may only come back to the 2030, or in this is sort of the retracement level that we're looking at here. If I got that here, yes, so in this little final structure here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and in this last structure here, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, it's coming in now, so that's it there. I'll just have a look at the Dow Jones, because I did a bit more work on this leg here for the DJ here. Oops, that's not the DJ. That's the next one down. I could still use that one though. I might just do that first. So I just want to double check while I'm here, if that's all right. So from that low here, we've got 1 here, an A and a B and a C here for wave 1 and 2. Then we've got, I'll have to call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third, the fourth, and the fifth. So we've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and then we've got the fifth wave, which will be up for 1, an A and a B, and 5 waves for the C here for 2. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the third wave here, an A and a B and a C for the fourth wave, and the fifth wave here. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is a bit small, but it's pretty much the same size as wave 1 here. So that could be quite fitting at this point here. So that could be a top there for that, but double tops are never the end of the campaign. So anyway, it's very close there anyway, just sort of splitting hairs. The DJ, this is how I counted on the DJ, the same, basically the same as well. Here in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's possibly a little top in play here now, which is good to have at the end of the session, because obviously news events will be coming out before this opens and so forth. So we would be looking at a corrective pattern here next. The DAX daily chart, looking for the top of the third wave here, very much like the Australian market really, and so 11,000. you know that's going to be, give some resistance. So, you don't really want to be looking for trends, at a large number. That's, you just look for corrective patterns. So we're looking here at from wave 2 here in blue, the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4 we've been looking at here, and looking up for 5 here. Now, it is possible that I can put this wave 4 here and look for this as 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 here. I know that we'll be going up here further because this move down here is corrective, and we'll look at that in a moment. But we're looking for the top of the third wave, then a fourth, and then a fifth, and then another fourth, and this is a medium level here. So it's very much top of trend price action. Just drilling in here though, we were looking at this wave 4 here as an A into B into C here, and then up. And I think that I need to really put that back over here to make that a better fit, the right feel and look about it. So 1, 2, 3, this is definitely a corrective pattern occurring here. So we should see a little move up through here. But the main point is that the market's not going very far. Okay, that's the main thing. Even if I got the count wrong, we're at 11,000. So don't expect too much from this market. Look for something else. So we're looking for a little move up into this area to make a new high here. But yeah, don't bank on it. Probably best to look at something else. The FTSE, much the same as well. The European and the Australian market is much the same, except the Australian market has got a bit more leg in it. Once again, we're looking for a top of wave 3 up here. And we've got the problem here of the 6-9, of course, and the 6-9 is a very clean line. All this tops here, very clean line through here. It's a real sort of game changer, that one, and it's still resistant. We think that it will break through this time, but it will be a bit of a struggle. But getting from resistance to support is what we're sort of looking at. And then once that occurs, the classic trading levels pattern, then from resistance to support, then we'll have a nice run after that. But just drilling in here a little bit. Once again, we were looking for the top of wave 3 here. It's possible we've got wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 here. But this wave 5 here doesn't really finish very well in terms of I'll get 1 and 2 in here. It's like a third wave in here, but the fourth wave pulled back quite a long way. It hasn't really overlapped wave 1 as such, but yeah, it's struggling. But I'm kind of expecting another high, but we may not get it. Let's just have a little look in here. See, this little move down through here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave. It makes that corrective here. Yes, we could still get this as an A wave and a B wave and a C wave back down through here as the wave 4 here. Yeah, I'm just not too sure. It is corrective, and we will make new highs. I don't have a problem with that. I'm just not quite sure how far it will pull back in here. So I can see the 5 waves in here on the 15-minute chart, and then this here. So that makes it corrective. This is looking very impulsive here as well. Look, I imagine if we get support on top of 6872 into group 2, if group 2 becomes support, then we'll definitely be going through it at that stage. And the reason for that is that this move from here to here is in 3 waves. It's 5 waves, 3 waves, and 5 waves here. So yeah, and it's looking quite impulsive here. So yeah, just see if it gets on top of here, then we'll make new highs there, but it can fail from this point here. And it would fail from that point there in terms of looking at this as 5 waves here even, and an A and a B and a C wave back over to here, and then another leg down. So this is very critical for being long on this 68.72. Okay, that's it. All right. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers.